Okay, so this is now Maltese recipe number 3, and what we're going to do today is Kapponata. So what you have here are the basic ingredients, all the ingredients that you're going to need. We'll start off with, you have onions, of course, as you can see, onions, tomatoes, green peppers, garlic, extra virgin olive oil, and later on we're going to be needing capers, olives, and tuna. And we're also, of course, going to be need salt, pepper, and a bit of garlic powder. So now you know we've got the basics, and as you can see, there's basically equal parts of green peppers, onions, and tomatoes. Those are the main ingredients, and it's kind of important to follow the process as we start. So next clip, we'll start the process one at a time. So let's go. Okay, so as you can see, I've peeled the onions, and what we're going to do here is sort of cut them like so. So basically you've got wedges, which we'll then want to separate because we want them to cook till they're nice and soft. So we do that, and that, and that. And notice it's very important to cut them equally. Linda would be measuring this, but I can't find the tape measure right now. So I'm gonna have to do the best I can. Okay, now that they're sliced, as I say, I'm going to separate them so that it'll make it easier when it comes to cooking them. So, okay, so the camera person had made a mistake there, so he put a bit of a pause. Anyway, the long and the short, this is basically what we're doing. Just want to make sure separate them all. And we're going to put this on pause, so I'll show you how we're going to go from here. So, see you in the next one. Okay, so now we're going to start the cooking process. But as I said, the extra virgin olive oil, doesn't matter what brand it is, it's whatever you prefer to use. And here's the amount you put. And again, it's important to measure like this. You see that measurement there? Oh my God. There we go. We totally covered the base like that. Maybe a bit more. We'll play it by ear. And I'm going to start heating that. And as I do that, I'm going to drop in the onions. So we'll turn her on. There we go. Put it about medium heat. And we're going to drop the onion petals in there, like so. I'll pick up the ones that I dropped in there after, don't worry about it. I'm trying to rush so that we can do it in less than 2 minutes per clip. All right, so we'll do that, and we'll show you what we're going to do next. Okay, so as you can see, you can probably hear it sizzle a little bit while that's starting to cook there. What we do is we take some garlic. In this case I used 2 large ones because it just happens that these are very large garlic pieces. Unlike most other recipes, you don't want to cut these small. As a matter of fact, you want them rather coarse, like about like that. Because what we're going to do is, just before the onions get cooked, we'll drop this so they give them a little bit of a fry. But garlic, of course, tends to burn, so you can't do it too soon. So we'll do it at the tail end of the cooking process of the onions. So, in the meantime, I've got this ready. And we'll have to wait a bit until the onions are cooked. So we'll see you the next time around.
And then I'm going to show her how the onions are simmering in the pot.
Okay, you can come and show the onions as they're simmering. Right there. We're going to wait until they get nice and soft, and then we'll put the garlic in. Okay? Okay, so I think now the onions are just about ready for me to add the garlic. If you look at it, you just see they're sort of nice and soft and starting to turn a little bit brown. So we're going to add the garlic, right so, and mix it in with that so that now they'll continue the cooking process with the onions. And while that's happening, we're going to come here and start preparing the green peppers, which is the next thing that goes in. Very easy, obviously. You go like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, and ready? Got the seeds out. And there is no weight for the top, you just go like so. Take that off. You got that. Take that off. Take that off. Take that off. And then we're gonna chop the green peppers close to it like that. You don't want them too small. You don't want them too large. So basically, as you see there's no waste to use the whole thing.
You may have to stop about now. Did you hear me?
Okay? Okay, so. The rest of it will be cut up like so. And rather than waste time, because I don't want the onions to burn, I'm going to start putting these in. I'll continue cutting the rest. So if you can see now what's happened with the, see they're nice and golden right there. And we're going to start adding the green peppers. And while that's cooking, I'm going to go continue to do the rest until we get to the next step. I'll cut the rest of them and then add them in as we go along. So we'll see you in the next phase. Okay, so this is the last of the green pepper going in now. And as you can see, it's going to start look how nice that is. At this point is when you add salt, and this is one thing that is just a matter of basically to taste. It's a question of what your preferences are. I've done this a couple of times, so I have a good idea as to how much I need to add. And of course, a little bit of garlic powder, not much, like that. See what I mean? But not much. There. And mix it all up. And we'll let that cook and reduce until we get the tomatoes ready. So, I'll see you at the tomato stage. Alright, so now we've got the tomatoes. First thing I do, of course, is get rid of the stem. 1. 2. 3, 4, come on, There you go. And then I'm gonna cut these again. Probably if you go like that, the only reason I'm doing it this way is just make it easier to remove the skin from the tomato before I put it in. That way, you know, if you leave some of it on, it doesn't really matter, because what happens in the cooking process, it will curl up and float to the surface, and you can pick them up. But if I take most of it here, it's going to save me time later. So I'm doing this while that's cooking behind me, and we'll come back to the next stage. Ready? All right, so there you go. See, I'm trying to take as much of the, but of course I want to leave as much flesh on as possible. So if you find it too difficult and you're going to lose too much flesh on it, then forget it. Just wait till it comes off by itself. But basically, if you bring it to that level, you should be fine. There's only, as I said, be just the odd piece, but it'll float, and you pick it up later. Okay?